There's a lot of snowboard boot reviews out there, but most of them are by big companies that are out there to sell products and make a buck. But I thought I'd do one, just an average guy here from the Midwest that's not really gonna have a lot of time to go to the mountains and ride, but just do a lot of small parks, whatever I can find around my area. You know what, and I need a good snowboard boot too, and I need something that's pretty comfortable with the hard pack snow we have to deal with, the machine made snow a lot of times. So this is my attempt to make you guys a review of the Burton Ruler boot. Before we get started, just some tips out there. If you're like me, there's not a lot of stores nearby where you can go in and just look at and try on lots of different kinds of boots. So if you're going to order online, you know, ordering shoes or boots online is always a bit risky with you since you can't try them on. But find a company that you can order from that has, you know, a good return policy and has good shipping prices. You've got a lot of big name snowboard companies out there, like the House and Evo and all these other ones, or just straight from the manufacturer. But you know, check Amazon, they have good shipping. I actually found Zappos, which I've never used before, but for snowboard boots, I was able to find these for about $10 cheaper than anywhere else with free shipping and free returns. And I've already had to return a couple pair before I could find my right size. So make sure you look into that before you order things. I'll get right into the review. The Burton Ruler is a great boot, and Burton is a great company that has lots of products out there in the snowboarding industry. Well-known brand, of course. Now, this is not their entry-level boot. It's basically one notch above their entry level, and this boot can be had in different lacing systems. What I have here is the BOA system, the dual zone BOA, and I'm going to do my review sort of backwards from what other people do. I want to start with the inside of the shell, the bottom of the shell, and kind of work my way up. So I want to go from the ground up basically, and then finish off with the external boot. So on the shell, on the bottom of the shell, what we have lined on the bottom, you'll see down in there, is it's what they call sleeping bag foil technology. It's just basically a foil liner so that it can reflect your body heat back up into your foot and keep you warmer than just a standard material down there. And this green cuff system is what they call a cuff lock system, and that's where your boot liner will go down inside of that cuff. And then when you put your foot in there, you just tighten up this lashing system. You just pull on it and it snugs it up. Really locks your heel and your ankle down into that boot really well, and then is easy to release and get your foot in and out of there when you're taking your boot on and off. So it's a nice cuff link system. I'll try to show you a close-up of that as well. Inside the liner, you'll find the footbed. This is what Burton calls the level 1 molded EVA footbed. And it's basically a lightweight kind of foam footbed. Has a little bit of arch support, and it still provides decent shock absorption capability. You can see the extra padding right here in the heel, kind of the shock zone, I guess you could say, of the heel, and a nice little cup area for your heel to go in. But this is the basic footbed that comes in the Burton Ruler boot. Now for the more exciting part of the boot, we've got the liner. This is the liner that Burton calls the Imprint 2. The Imprint 2 is a super nice liner. It's pretty soft. It feels great in your foot. I do like how it feels when you put your foot in here. That comfort is helped out by the soft fur they call man fur that they put on the top of the tongue and the top of the back of the boot here. It's really soft all throughout the inside of the liner, and it feels very comfortable. The tongue, you can adjust how tight you like the tongue on there, and then the double Velcro closure allows you to kind of lock that tongue in place. And then the cuff lock system that I talked about earlier really secures your foot down in the boot. The liner has these external J bars to help on supporting your ankle and your foot. There's also internal J bars. The liner is made with 3M Thinsulate type of material in it, so it does help out in the warmth of your foot. Also, This liner is heat moldable, which is a great thing. You can go to your pro shop and have them help you heat mold it to fit your foot, you know, for the best fitment possible for you. Also, you can just wear it a few times, ride the boot a few times, and with your own body heat and with your own weight, it will become molded to your foot. Now for the best part, the overall boot and the external shell here and the coiling system. First of all, it's a Burton boot, so it looks good. It's got the Burton logos. They have different color schemes. Of course, I chose the navy scheme because that's the color I like, and that's the color of my gear and my board. But we'll start by talking about the coiling system. This is the dual BOA system from Burton. It's dual zone, so the side BOA adjusts the coils on the bottom, the lower portion of your foot there, and the coil on the top is for the upper portion. And this is the H4 coiler. That just means for every 4 rotations of this, it really only wraps the coil, I think, around there once. So what that means is it's got micro adjustment. The gearing's really small, so you can fine tune what you like. You know, get as tight as you like, and you just pull it out, and then you can quickly pull the tongue out and get your boot on and off. And the coiling system does reel in, so you don't have to wind it a lot. If you loosen up your boot to get your foot in, pull this forward, it will automatically wind up most of the way, and then that way you don't have to sit here and spin it forever. It's already wound up partially. I'll show you how to get your foot in there. So you just, there's the cuff lock system. You just put your foot in there and then pull that down, and it stays, locks your foot in. Once you're ready to take your foot out, you just pull on this red right here, and it loosens it up. Then you can go ahead and get your foot out. So really easy. You can tuck it right in there, out of the way. The BOA system is a nice selling point on all kinds of different boot brands. It does make it easier. You show up to the park or show up to wherever you're going there, and you don't have to worry about lacing up your boots and tying them. It's a little quicker. You just pop them in there. You can adjust them fairly easily. These ropes on this coiling system are made by New England ropes, so Burton always makes sure to mention they use New England ropes, and these actually have a lifetime warranty. If they were to ever break or be damaged, Burton will replace those. Moving into the outsole of the boot, this is what Burton calls the 4EST optimized midsole. And as you can see, it's a little bit thinner all the way across, and it's flat all the way across. That helps get your foot lower down and lowers your center of gravity. To help provide enough shock capacity or dampening, they do put in there some what they call B3 gel inserts inside the boot to help with shock dampening. You can see from the bottom of the boot, it looks good. It's got the white part is foam material in here, so you can tell by feeling it. The blue is more of a rubber for extra grip and durability. The foam helps it keep it a little bit lighter, and the rubber adds the traction. Also, Burton likes to advertise what they call shrinkage footprint technology. And what that means is, for your particular size, the boot should still fit true to size, yet have a little bit smaller overall external footprint. They're trying to prevent excess toe drag by just kind of making sure the boot isn't too bulky, basically. The Burton boot also has these little tug straps here to help put your boot on. I really like those. You can just kind of grab them and pull your foot right on there. Another thing to point out is the synthetic backstay here on the back. It's pretty firm and stiff. It just helps transfer your energy to your heel side, and it looks like it'll hold up pretty well the way it feels. It's pretty durable feeling. The back of the boot is pretty soft right here, help prevent some of that heel bite or the rubbing on the back of your calf. So it does feel like it would be fairly comfortable there. And overall, the boot really just looks good, and it's fairly light feeling. Okay, I'm going to show you how easy it is to put these boots on and take them back off. I've got shorts on. Obviously, that's probably a no-no. But anyway, when you're trying on boots, make sure you have some whatever socks that you'll normally wear snowboarding, just for the right feel. And then, to make sure the BOA is pulled out so that it's free to spin, you just pull that down, take the cuff system and just loosen it up, and that's it. Take the Velcro loose. Foot slips right in there. Get the tongue adjusted where you like it. Close the Velcro, and then you just pull that cuff system down tight. That's it. Tuck it down in there. The strap can tuck down in there as well. Tighten up your BOAs however you like them. Top one does the top area. Side one does the lower area. Yeah, you can really feel that. And boots are, you notice how all snowboard boots are made kind of at an angle to where the vertical part's leaning forward, because that's just the natural position to snowboard in. So as you're just trying them on, and if you just stand up straight, it may feel like your toe is hitting the end here. And that's pretty normal. So don't get too scared away of that. Now, I've had some that are a little bit too small that they're, you got to be careful you don't get too tight on your toes, but they will kind of break in, or people say they pack out. Just means they break in a little bit and get a little bit looser after you ride them a few times. To take them back off, pretty easy. Pop that open your BOAs, pull it out, pull the red strap, and that's it. Take your Velcro off. Easy as that to take off. No unlacing and untying knots and double knots and all that stuff that you might do with standard laces. So there you go, a review from me, just an average Joe from the Midwest. I hope this helped you guys out and helped you guys make a decision on what kind of boots you like. Again, remember, make sure you check return prices and all that stuff, shipping prices, return policies before you put an order in. But overall, it's a great boot. It's lightweight. It's got some good features. It's got a good brand name. I'm sure you'll probably be happy with it. Of course, everyone's foot is shaped a bit different, and for that reason, you may need to experiment with different models. But all right, good luck.